Greetings to all of you. Today, I would like to talk about the full moon on December 7th. But before I get into that, I want to thank those of you who informed me of the scammer who was posting comments on my YouTube site trying to lure you with a fake prize to a site on Telegram. Those were not from me, and know that I'm not going to try to sell something to you. These videos are to be of service to our community and to be my gift to you to help support us in this time of transition and transformation. So if someone's disrupting our site in that way, please just disregard it, and let's continue to stay on a path of higher consciousness together. Thank you. So let's talk about this full moon on December 7th. This is really an exquisite full moon with the sun at 16 degrees of Sagittarius opposite the moon at 16 degrees of Gemini, and both are squaring Neptune. So this is a very Neptunian full moon. And what does that mean? Well, first of all, with the sun in Sagittarius, that is guiding us to remember, Sagittarius, that we are on a spiritual journey in this lifetime. And the full moon, which is reflecting the energy of the sun, is in Gemini conjunct Mars, guiding us to realize that how we are on that journey manifests in our actions, Mars, in how we communicate, in how we work our inner process, the moon. With the square to Neptune, remember that Neptune is that watery planet that is guiding us to dive deep into our connection with the oneness of all that is. Neptune is that energy that we experience on the earth plane in those ways in which we go into an altered state of consciousness that helps us remember our interconnectedness with all that is, our being part of that unity consciousness, that oneness. We can experience it through meditation, through plant medicines, through guided imagery, through film, through music, through creativity, whatever can take us into that altered state that helps us dissolve into that awareness, that consciousness that we are soul selves having an embodied experience, but we will return to source, and that we can hold that awareness in our lives in this moment. So this full moon is helping us remember how to be here as spiritual beings and connect with our soul selves and with the source of all that is. And let me now show you where this full moon actually is in the sky. Remember, as I've been showing you in recent videos, the chart is showing you how things manifest on the earth plane. The visual astrology, where the moon and sun are actually in the sky at the moment of the full moon, are telling you what are some of the spiritual energies that are coming through to manifest here on the earth plane. And this beautiful full moon conjunct Mars will be in the stars of Taurus, close to the star El Nath, and in the horns of the bull of Taurus. What does this mean? Remember that visual astrology speaks to us in a Neptunian way. It's imageic. It's calling us to think of the imagery, the visual experience of these placements in the stars and how they speak to us. What are the energies coming through to us? And the interesting thing is, when we think of the horns of the bull from our perceptions in modern Western culture, we think about conflict. We think about the horns of a dilemma. We think about the conquistadors who are fighting with the bull, and that whole theme of kill or be killed. How do we deal with this conflict? How do we avoid being impaled by these horns? That life is about struggle and conflict and conquer or be conquered. Sadly, that can be the filter through which we perceive our reality. And again, remember that this full moon is reflecting the sun in Sagittarius. What are our beliefs? What are those lenses, that perspective through which we're seeing our reality? Let me tell you the deeper meaning of the horns of Taurus. If you trace back to more ancient cultural understandings of the energies of these stars, they reflect that energy of Taurus, how life manifests on the earth plane. In the age of Taurus, the energy of the cow and the bull were seen as sacred. The horns of the bull were symbolic of fertility, of the abundance of life on earth, and of how the earth herself is nurturing us through plants and animals and the life around us. In ancient Egypt, the stars of Taurus reflected the energies of Hathor, goddess of love, who nurtures us and sustains us. So how we perceive the reality around us impacts how we interact with others and how we experience our journeys on this planet. The moon conjunct Mars in the horns of the bull is asking us to look at how we are experiencing our embodied life here. And can we allow it to be in alignment with what is life-giving, with what is nurturing for ourselves, for our relationships with each other, and an honoring of the earth? And as I said before, the sun in the sky is moving towards our perspective of the galactic center, which is at 26 degrees of Sagittarius, which is very close to where Venus is at the time of this full moon. So the sun, Venus, and Mercury are all below the stars of Ophiuchus, close to our connection with the galactic center, guiding us to stay in alignment with cosmic consciousness, with the energy of source, to be held by the great healer Ophiuchus, to enable us to heal what would block us from being in that connection with source, to then be able to live it and manifest it in our lives so that we are living in harmony with all that is. I truly believe that the energy of this full moon is about harmonics, Neptune, music. How are we attuning to the song of the spheres? How are we attuning to that energy of source? The creativity, the love, the wisdom of the cosmos that is in us and all around us. At the time of this full moon, I encourage you to find the path that helps you move into that altered state of consciousness, to open with that connection with source, to tap into your own energy of creativity that can guide you in how we can be attuning to the harmony of the spheres, and then living that out in how we communicate with others, in how we act, in how we perceive the reality around us. This is a profound time as we're moving through these months leading up to March of 2023, when Pluto will make its first pass into the sign of Aquarius, guiding us more fully into those paradigms of the Aquarian age. I believe that this full moon is supporting us in attuning to how we can begin to dissolve the paradigms of the past, dissolve our sense of separation from each other, from the earth, from source, to attune to these harmonies of the spheres and how we can come back into balance to co-create a new earth with these paradigms of the Aquarian age. I used to, for years, sit in sacred circle where we would chant or tone together. And toning is an amazing experience because you sit in circle and you just begin to sing without words. You're just singing tones, and no one is leading the experience. You're actually working to attune to each other, to come into harmony with each other. But even deeper than that, you are attuning to the energy of spirit, the source at the center of the circle that holds each one of you and allows the circle, the sacred circle, to be more than the sum of its parts. It is about that connection with oneness. And as you sit in a sacred circle and tone together, there comes a point at which you're in this altered state of consciousness. You're attuning to source. You're attuning to that oneness and listening to each other and resonating with each other. And you move into that state where you begin to feel and know that the song of source is singing through you. You are co-creating with that energy of spirit, and you're not sure where the notes are coming from. And you find you begin to experience yourself in that harmonic with the others in the circle. But beyond that, that sense of peace and harmony and calmness and love that is a reflection of the harmony of the spheres and of cosmic consciousness. We are being guided to remember who we are, to remember our capacity to listen to the song of the cosmos, to listen to that harmony, to find our place in that symphony, to be a part of that song that can sing through us, and to feel those notes resonating in others around us who are also attuning to source. In this time where we're being called to co-create a new earth, it is about how we can tap into that Neptunian energy to co-create together, to manifest new ways of being. But part of what I believe is really important as we're in that process is to remember that that isn't coming from our own individual consciousness, but from our ability to dissolve into that connection with source, to allow that energy of creation to flow through us. Otherwise, too easily, we can get caught in our own effort to manifest what is in service to our own ego, or what we feel this image of the new earth would look like. We need to allow ourselves to open to that attunement to source and to each other, to resonate with the energies of the cosmos that are guiding us into this new symphony, this new music, these new ways of being. And how do we do that? One of the ways that we can do that is to meditate, allowing yourself to go into an altered state of consciousness and attune to your heart. Let's take a few minutes to meditate. I want to guide you in a meditation that may support you in attuning to the energies of this upcoming full moon. So allow yourself to close your eyes and begin to breathe in and out slowly and deeply, allowing any stress or tension in your body to flow down through your feet into the earth. Continue to breathe in slowly and deeply. And now bring your attention to your heart, to that heart chakra at the center of your chest. allow yourself to begin to feel the energy of that chakra and tune in to your heart, the beat and pulse of your heart. Allow yourself to breathe in and out, attuning to that rhythm. Listen to the beat of your own heart. And now allow yourself to go deeper into that energy of your heart chakra, diving deep, deep into the center of your heart chakra. At the very center of that chakra is your connection with the heart of Mother Earth and her heartbeat, her rhythm, her pulse. Allow yourself to begin to feel that and allow your heart to attune to the heartbeat of the earth. And now, as you continue to go even more deeply into your heart chakra, into the core of who you are, you feel your connection with that center within you that connects you to the center of the galaxy, of the source of all that is. And allow your heartbeat to attune to the rhythms of the heartbeat of the galactic center. Allow yourself to begin to attune to that energy of cosmic consciousness that moves through the cosmos, surrounds us, is within us, and is at the center of who you are. Allow yourself to feel that rhythm, that music of the spheres, that harmony that guides us in how to be in balance, how to remember that we are an expression of that creativity of the cosmos, that we are a note in that symphony of the spheres, that our song can merge with that song of Source. Allow yourself to feel that resonance of being in harmony with the rhythms of the earth and sky and source. And the joy and peace and expansiveness of being part of that symphony of the spheres. Allow yourself to feel that and savor that and attune to that, the beauty of that music and that harmonic. And now allow your attention and energy to come back to this moment. I believe the energy of this upcoming full moon is about connecting with the harmony of the spheres and remembering that we are a part of the song of the cosmos. And that when we can begin to listen to that, attune to that, come back into rhythm with that and harmony with that, then that energy, that love, that light, that wisdom emanates through us. And we then manifest that in how we live our lives. That is the connection with Source that we're capable of remembering and coming back into deep connection with, that can guide us individually and collectively to be manifesting the new earth together. I believe the energy of this full moon is guiding us to remember who we are, why we're here, how to come back into alignment with our soul selves, and how to be back in connection with Source and the harmony of the spheres. So as you experience this beautiful full moon, allow yourself time to meditate, to sit in silence, to listen to the sound of your own heartbeat, to follow that deeper and deeper into your heart center until you begin to hear that song of the universe, that song of cosmic consciousness. Allow yourself to take the time that you need in your own process to go into that altered state of consciousness, to remember your oneness with the source of all that is, that you are a voice in that symphony, that choir of the universe, of the cosmos. Allow yourself to drop beneath the static and the cacophony of the culture around us and the bombardment by information, disinformation, the distractions. Allow yourself to drop into that stillness within you, that center within you that connects you to Source, that allows you to attune to what is within harmony within you, what is in balance and harmony around you. And then together, as we support each other in expanding into that higher consciousness and attuning to the harmony of the spheres, we begin to feel when things are in rhythm, out of rhythm. We begin to allow that music, that rhythm, to guide our actions, to guide our words, to be guiding how we live in this, on this earth plane. We find ourselves feeling when we're out of harmony, when we're in discordance. We find ourselves feeling that joy of coming back into right harmony, right balance. This is what the new moon was seeding and guiding us back into harmony and balance. This full moon is allowing us to feel the more full expression of that and to be much more attuned to that resonance with the symphony of the spheres, and then to attune to it with and for each other, to find that way to be in harmony, in community, so that together that creative energy is flowing through us to manifest a new world and new ways of being. This manifestation that we are more and more capable of in co-creating our reality will not come from our minds and will not come from that identification with ego. That will only recreate the patterns of the past. But if we allow ourselves, with the beautiful Neptunian energy of this full moon, to dissolve that sense of separation, to come back into that alignment with our soul selves and with Source, then we can feel that creativity and love and wisdom of the cosmos filling us, emanating from us, and manifesting through us. Then we can feel that beauty and mystery and wonder of co-creating a new world together. May we attune to that music together. May we sing that song together and come into the rhythm and balance and harmony of the oneness of all that is. Blessed be.